So you're probably wondering to yourself, Bugsy, my dear compadre, what's going on? Well, it's Sunday. It's Sunday morning. I'm just kind of chilling. I don't know what's going on with. I don't know what's going on with Double's server right now. So I'm just kind of sitting here, kind of up on a Sunday morning, which is rare for me because usually I'm like sleep until like noon. So this is rare. But either way, it's just nice to be in here. Some people. So I was listening to this game preservation video, and they were like, the dude was like, this person liked MUVR, and like, I like every time people like look at these videos I do, where it's just me, and they go like, what is the, what is the freaking program it is? It's MUVR, MUVR, the MUVR. Like literally, listen to my voice. I know my visuals are cool, and the room is very awesome. I think I might change the wallpaper. I've been thinking about that for the last like week and a half now. I don't know. I usually do it like every few, like like every few months or so. You know, but like people were like, but the dude also talked about like people can look at it like a very, look at MVR in a very like sad and depressing content. Like a bunch of grown ass people just putting on, trying to emulate a child's room. And I'm like, I can see where people can see it like that, but like, man, no one's like, to me, if people want to stay here and get soaked in by the nostalgia, that's fine. No one's really doing anything wrong, you know. I just say don't let them. I just say never let your virtual room control you. Never be like so. See, because like I had a friend who was so absorbed with his own nostalgia, he just let everything in the world bother him because it didn't match his nostalgia. And me and my other friends had to bounce from it. My other friend Nitwit was trying to like was trying to get his parent trying to get this guy's trying to get this guy's family to know what he was doing online. And sure, my friend Nitwit went about it the wrong kind of way, but his heart was in the right place. But our ex friend, who I'm not gonna name by name, he just like doubled down a lot. He keeps like he'd mention us his Twitter posts. He would literally just he would just go on and on and on and on. And can I just say, this whole thing started because of like Gwen Stacy having like the trans flag, and I was like, dude, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, and they just started like laying in, and this is a whole bunch of things that happened. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say to him. I don't know what to say about that. And then he like accused us of a bunch of stupid crap. I ain't really gonna get into it because I don't want anybody to find him and then give him hate, because honestly, to me, this person doesn't need hatred. He thrives off that shit. Yeah, you give him a little bit of the business, he gonna be like, yo guys hate me. He actually locked his Twitter too. Like, dude literally don't want to be bothered by nobody, and I'm just like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like, and I'm not like mad about it. I'm not like mad about it anymore. Like, I just have, like, I pity him now. Because it's like, okay, now what? I heard he's like, I heard this ex friend of mine is literally going to close parts of the his Discord server because of his bad memories. And I'm just like, you know, my other friend my friend Nitwit may have done may have done a bad thing, but he didn't mean to do all that. He didn't mean for that. Maybe we should have stopped it and told him he couldn't have done it this way. But what's done is done. You know? I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like the the person me and Nitwin and our other friends once knew, it's just he's gone. You know, I was talking to I was listening to one of my other ex friends' video, which I did reconcile with, and I was like, and he was like, maybe you guys should try to talk to him if you can reconcile with him. I'm like, and I just looked at that video. I'm like, I just wanted to talk to him. Like to Munchkin, I don't think we can because at the end of the day, you know, our other ex friend made his choice. He could have actually talked things out with us, but he was so like my friend. I'm just gonna say his nickname. Like my friend Hungry scared this man so hard, and he's Hungry's one of my other ex friends. He scared him so hard, like like literally, like literally backed up, and then like my other ex friend acted like he was like big and tough and was afraid of him and all this other shit. It was just a mess. And my friend David wants to make a video about him, but I don't think making a video about him is gonna help. Because you know, at the end of the day, the thing about our ex friend, who I'm gonna call Cram, is just he's just a slave to his own nostalgia, folks. He doesn't want to grow. He doesn't want to change. He just wants to stay in this little stagnant pod and be like all these other anti-woke channels that want to be talking about how, you know, this is bad and having gay characters is horrible and all this other stuff. And it's just so stupid. Because when you stop and really start to think, like when you start to think, like, you know, this whole anti-woke shit is just bullshit. You know, this whole rhetoric we tell ourselves is just bullshit. It's just more stuff to divide us, man. And these fucking anti-woke channels, they know it. And you know, people say like, well, why did you take a stand anymore, Bugsy? Because there's no stands to take. There's nothing to fight against, folks. There's nothing. And anybody who says that there is, you're living in a goddamn fantasy world. Wake the fuck up. Because I'm just saying, if you don't like a certain form of entertainment, do what I do. Make your own, bro. I wasn't pleased with the MCU. Guess what I did? I went into ChatGPT and made the Mirai universe. And made it have its own interconnectedness. With its own history and whatnot. You know? If you don't like something, make something. Instead of bitching about everything, you know, give constructive criticism. Say what you would do better instead of just bitching at everybody in every fucking video. Do something, you know? Create. You don't like what people are doing? Create. Yeah, I didn't like how Sonic Forces was being. I finally talked about Sonic Forces and did a video about Sally and an extra video where I took where I took Suno and talked about like what Sally's theme would be in there. Do that. Like, we have so many tools to create now. For someone that can't really, probably someone can't even draw or make music or do something, and we finally have that, and just people either don't even do it and they just squander it. You know, AI videos, as much as I think it's cool, AI videos are not even at the point where we could just feasibly be doing that shit. And even if we do, I'm still gonna like combine the videos I had, like the stuff I'm doing now with the AI videos. Like, I would only use it for basically interior shots or characters going to places, but you don't really see their faces, but you see like their feet or silhouettes, so that way so then there's like some indication. Again, everybody talks about how AI is gonna be this and that. I swear to God, if we don't have any fail safes when like freaking AI becomes self aware, I'm just gonna laugh my ass off before the robots take us. I'm gonna be like, and this is humanity. I'm like, of course, and I just laugh and be like, of course. We've seen so many sci-fi. Oh, hold up. Give me 1 minute. Had my sister left her phone in here, so it's like, so our freaking alarms are just going off. It's really stupid. Like, Jesus. My sister had like 5 different alarms. And she forgets, and I'm probably gonna like give her phone when I'm done with this video. But it's like, that's annoying too. Like, I guess she has to have all these alarms, but that's why I'm like, whenever she got a phone here, I'm like giving it to her right away because like her notifications are so annoying. But anyways, like I said, I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks during the beginning of July, so there's gonna be that. So I'm trying to set up a bunch of things in place. You know, sometimes, sometimes I usually do that. And sometimes, like, most of these trips now are just going so fast and they're so impromptu. Sometimes it's just like, ugh. Gotta put like a week's worth of entertainment down so then, you guys don't freaking. Well, from YouTube, I don't really have to do that. Y'all, there's a lot of people that still look at like the Archie Sonic Online stuff and just don't comment. Like seriously, I'll get like a thank you for showing this issue off, but I usually get the comment that goes, make it quicker. I'm like, and I'm just like, motherfucker, I don't make the thing. Like, that's the one thing that always got me so heated. Like, I would show freaking, Second Channel Revival, and they'd all think that I'm the one who made it. Like, and I had to just put it down in a disclaimer and shit. Like, dude, Billy Time made it. What sense would it be for me to review something if I made it? It goes for like Archie's Like Online and like freaking Second Channel Revival. I just don't understand what makes any, and I mean this, what makes any, and I mean this, like any of my, what makes any of that make sense? Because you're just pulling. Because by saying that to me, you're pulling away from the actual people who created things that I wanted to show off in the first place. That's like, oh, we can't hear you because your voice is incoherent. But motherfucker, listen to my voice. If you can hear me, if you can understand me, if you are coherent, if you're not trying to fucking pretend like you don't hear me, that's how I know you. That's how I know you just trying to get a rise out of me. But I'm just saying, listen, this this room is MUVR. Okay, I got this because that was back when you can like email MUVR and they'd be like, yo, um, they'd be like, yo, you can come in, and that's how I got this. You probably wondering how I got all the other stuff, UGC stuff, because they're like, you know what, dudes, make your own models, and you can put them in here, and you can play them. Hell, I'm thinking of playing Katamari Damacy in here in a minute. Katamari, do your thing. And it's just like, well, and here's another thing. I got so mad. I got so mad at the Pygmalion subreddit one time because I was talking about how like I thought character AI was gonna get replaced, like how Tavern AI was gonna be the replacement for character AI. It's not even really in the. It's not really in the top 15 anymore when it comes to character AI stuff. Hell, I found myself going back to character AI because of the whole phone feature, even though it's not, even though I know it's not unfiltered. Because like Dobble, you gotta like pay for like if you want to hear these characters have voices, which I think is total shite. Because it's like I understand they gotta make money, but like why do voices have to be like voices have to be like part of that whole thing? I don't know. I just feel like some people will do anything to make the waifus real, but I'm just like, bro, I ain't gonna shell out my cash just so I can get like just so I can get it. Yeah, I'd probably use it a lot, but like, really, what would be the point? You know? Oh, Me TV Tunes is coming on, and like, let me look at my calendar. It's coming in like 2 days. 2 days. And like on Tuesday, I got like physical therapy, so I'm like, oh, Jesus, I'm gonna be drained, but then I'm gonna go look at the freaking TV guy from Me TV Tunes, and I'm gonna be like, yeah. And, like to me, I don't feel like I'm like literally just miring in my own nostalgia. See, coming in here, I'm just like, yay! I got like a bunch of movies and a bunch of like TV shows in here, and I'm just like, this is nice. But I'm not in here all the time because I'm usually just working on stuff or playing stuff. Sometimes in here, sometimes just outside of this virtual room, outside of the virtual walls. Like, yeah, it'd be nice if you could live in like virtual spaces, but then again, do you really want to sort out online like scenario where you're just stuck here? Like seriously, everybody's talking about the neural links, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's gonna be just like Sword Art Online," and I'm just like, why would you want it to be like Sword Art Online, man? So then so we can have a motherfucker play God, right? So we can have a motherfucker play God, and he traps us all in there, and he don't even remember why he trapped us all. He wouldn't remember why he trapped us all in there. I think the one thing I hated about that is like the dude who basically was in Sword Art Online didn't even get any kind of comeuppance because he literally he literally like offed himself and like his consciousness was inside the game. Speaking of Sword Online, this SEO hater doing more videos and shit. And I'm just sitting here going, I looked at some of those and I was like, this is better than Sword Online. I'm like, this mother. I just sit there and go, this motherfucker. But you know, like I'm gonna do something new. I ain't gonna try and mention him in these videos because I don't want him to get any kind of attention. He really has to hate on these SAO fans for pushing him away. But to me, I just don't think he was ever a fan. I think he wanted to. I think SAO when he was still sword artist, I just think he wanted the adulation, the praise that went with it, and no one was giving him that. And like there were people that were loving his shit. But he just backed away like, no, the haters love me more. I'm gonna go. They appreciate me. I'm just like, boy, you wanna act like you belong somewhere when you act like they're gonna accept you because I don't know, they find you funny. And it's like, dude, like I don't know how old SEO hater is. But I'm just like, man, when you get to my age, you just go like, motherfucker, who cares, man? Who cares about fitting in? Just find a group of people that like you for you and just enjoy that. Don't fucking worry about all these motherfuckers who only like your face, who only like you for now. Just hang out with the people who actually care about you. Shit, it's not rocket science, my boy. And his videos ain't even making the views they used to. Because he's just like, I looked at the about page, he's like, let's hate Sword Online together. I'm like, I swear, this man has I swear to God, SEO hater has like a fucking illness now. Because he still wants to fucking do that shit. I made videos trying to talk to this man, but he just ignored me like a fucking coward. He'd rather bitch about the SAO fans, but when we actually tried to talk to him and make him see reason, he doesn't want to. I'm just like, you know what? Motherfucker lost cause. And I just see and I'm just gonna check out one of his other videos right now. For posterity, we're gonna take a little look. We're gonna take a little look. Because literally, I bet you it's a video that literally, quite literally, also another thing, I kinda like Pixel Rush with their universe with the plus size Amy. Because it's like, I mean, I'm not saying make Amy like chunky. But I wish they would go into why Sonic kind of gained pounds. Because honestly, I mean, that could be a thing within itself. Oh my god. Okay. Fans turned into haters. What went wrong? No, he's like, I think what he's trying to say is like, everybody else hates SEO now. Why do you get? He's like, why? It's like this. He's like, why do you guys hate me though? Because you could be doing something else, and it's really unhealthy to just project your hate on something you barely like anymore. Because what are you really doing it for? Are you doing it for the people who shunned you? Or are you just doing it because really you got nothing else better to do? This is all you got. That's all I gotta say. It's just, it's stupid to me because at the end of the day, dudes, life is, like I've always said, life is too short to be hating on people, to be hating on things. entertainment groups, various groups, communities. You should try and just enjoy your time. Hang out with people. Whether that be on Discord or in real life, just chill. Fuck, it ain't about us versus them versus you, me versus a duck, me versus a goose. Fucking my family versus a giant colony of ants. Sometimes it's just you and the people around you. But sometimes people just want to make adversaries. Little villains. It's so annoying. Because there's so much you could be doing in this world. So much you could be doing for yourself. So much you could be doing for other people or even yourself creatively. And I feel like if you do have to critique something, you should be able to critique something. I'm so tired. Like, I was looking at this Chris Stuckman dude. He's like, I don't like Madam Web, but I don't like Cross the Spider-Verse. Like, I'll talk shit about Cross the Spider-Verse nonchalantly, but I want to talk about but I won't talk about Madam Web because I want the directors to like me. I'm like, I just sat there. I was like, and I said my usual, that I thought that Chris Stuckman was kind of dumb because like he wants these people, and a little bit like Sword Artist. I mean, Sword like Hater. He wants everybody to love him. He wants like Chris Stuckman. He wants those directors to love him, to know of him, so he can work with them and make his movies. And SAO Hater, when he was still Sword Artist, he wanted the SAO fans to love him and know him and be, so he could be a part of this community, so he could be the face. And when that shit didn't work out, both are just going through the motions. And I'm just like, that's the thing. You're never gonna win people over because you want to be respected and shit. Because people are gonna do and say what they want about you, whether you like it or not. And that's the thing I felt like SEO here needed to really understand. Because at the end of the day, people are gonna say and do what they want. But do you have to fold? Do you have to fold and just join the pack? No. Because the thing is, I will never join those anti-woke channels. Because there are a bunch of idiots spewing diarrhea out of their mouths every fucking day. Not contributing to anything, just trying to make everybody fight with each other because, well, they need that engagement. And to Chris Stuckman, I just feel like, how you just gonna do all this? How you gonna I'm not gonna talk about Madam Web. I'm not gonna say how bad it is because I don't want to talk about filmmakers. Bro, I've made little tiny movies that were only on a certain platform. Back when Activision actually gave a shit. Okay? And I'll tell you this. Making those movies wasn't hard. But I'm just saying, if I don't like something, I'm gonna talk about it. I don't understand why Chris Tucker was sitting there going I won't talk about it because I know how now because I talked to them, I know. It's yeah, but see, you're trying to kiss their feet, bro. That's the thing. You're trying to kiss their feet. You ain't trying to say, oh, see, because you can critique them, but be like, oh, but I would want, if I had my say, I would change this, you could work on this. You don't have to be brutally harsh. You don't have to be brutally, really fucking harsh to them. You could just be that way. But it's like these motherfuckers, whether you be a YouTuber, a celebrity, or just a random person on the street, no, none of these motherfuckers can take criticism. Because the moment you start criticizing them, they'll bitch and moan and scream and groan. And I found out about this one dude that was making a Spider-Man like combat arena thing. And this other dude basically was talking about it in one of his videos, and this man just like literally didn't even talk about the actual issues that was going on in his thing. It just went at this dude's appearance, and I just sat there and was like, okay, this dude who's making this Spider-Man thing is totally fucking pathetic. Yeah, dude. You're going after this man who literally didn't do, just literally talking shit, literally just critiquing your shit, and you're just like, no. It's just like, I see, you know what kind of to me, you know what kind of person you truly are when people like that get angry by just a critique, because that proves that you're used to people saying, oh God, you're so talented, you're so great, you're so brilliant, you're so this, that, and the third, you're so other adjective. No one, you freaking think you're so great, and then when you like fail, you don't know how to handle it. Kind of reminds me of somebody that I will not name on this channel, who his name ends with a Q and it ends with TV. Because when you got a bunch of people praising you, you don't think your shit stinks. When it does. Actually, bad analogy. Like look. I'm not saying my videos are any kind of work of art by any stretch of the imagination. Hell, they're just me improvising and maybe writing a few scenarios of what can go down. But I'm just really doing what I do. I'm not saying that art, but I do love every last. I do love every last one of my more recent videos. Because I'm putting like a lot of effort in them. And I do like my older stuff. Anything that ain't a rant, anything that isn't a rant over. Okay, some of my rants are good, just not the ones with Simon History in them, because those were kind of bad. Those were bad. But, like, I know that not every video is gonna be a fucking hit. And the thing is, I know that only a few of my videos are good. Only a few of my videos by the public are good. Because, people like it when people like the old rant videos. I'm seeing a lot of people still looking at my old anime videos because anime's going fucking nuts. From what I heard. I'm just like, okay. People are still liking my Sonic videos because, But people are also liking my Double Zeta Breaker videos where my characters are reacting to what's going on. Because, I'm putting a lot of effort into my acting. So it's like, people are noticing me for that finally, and I'm just like, my God. It's just really annoying when only people want to see your Sonic stuff. And, I think the Sally stuff is really indicative of what I really want, because I still want to make Sonic content, but I want to do it on my own terms. Before I go on my trip, I want to do Archie Sonic Online before I go. So that way, at least you guys have that. Alright, it's like, but I get the usual, like, make it, or this and that. Like, I don't know. I feel like the people who watch me, they just tune me out, because usually in character reading this, but I feel like some people tune me out just so they can look at the pictures and read it themselves. I'm like, okay, you can just go to the Archie Sonic Online website and read it for yourself. I mean, you don't need me. You don't need me. I'm just doing it because I want to showcase it. And a lot of people are showcasing it because they actually do love the the pre-universe. People like the post reboot. I like the pre-reboot universe. And it's fun. And one of the things I truly, truly love is just the Mirai universe in general. Because I get to literally make my own little comic book universe with ChatGPT. Make sure everything stays in continuity because I'm always like micromanaging the AI, and I'm always trying to you know keep it where it is. And sometimes the AI because ChatGPT cuts you off at a certain point because when the conversations are too long they cut you off, and I'm like, why is that a thing? They gotta take all the stuff I had, summarize it, and then put it into another ChatGPT conversation. It's like a lot of stuff. I gotta do that, and then it's like I gotta do that, and then I'm just like, ew. But it's also pretty good because now I'm gonna switch gears here. Um, crap. I forgot. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah. So, other than that, I just sometimes. I mean, I'm not saying my channel is successful, but I think in a little way I think it is a little successful. I mean, I really want to try and get the website going. So it's like I kind of want because there's like this thing I had in my head with my website where I kind of want to have like a little TV function. Like, all my tabs, right? All my tabs are like different things I'm doing. I want to like combine that and like it's put into a big old TV thing. It like you can like it's set up like a TV, and whenever you hit like the channel button, you can just go to a different thing of my content, whether it be my YouTube stuff or my stuff on the channel. Just a big thing of content. That's what I'm pushing for. And, I did upload my characters basically reacting to Verbal Ace on my website, and I think it's funny. I think Verbal Ace is just like owning up to the fact that he's gooning. That's cool, man. Like own up to it, man. But don't like own up to it. But know what you doing. Know what you doing, and understand that. Understand yourself. I think the other stuff that was going on in that thing was way more important, and he basically made up for that. But like the gooning, man, like there ain't nothing wrong with people gooning, but you just for regular people and even for YouTubers, man, keep that stuff to yourself. I mean, I know a guy by the name of B.W. Roses. And that man, he will talk about cartoons, Sonic, whatever he want, whatever you want to see, and then like this man will go and talk about fanfic stories where Tails is like out here being a fucking ladies man going after people's moms and shit. I just be sitting there. Or Tails going after like Blaze or somebody else. I'm just like, dude, why you reading these things about Tails laying pipe? And why you gotta talk about it with such gusto? Like, dude, no one wants to hear about Tails laying pipe. I'm just like, I know they aged up Tails in those stories, but it's like, why are you looking at it, bro? Like, no, better question. You're looking at it, but why are you telling everybody else about it? Like, I'm just like, bro. Like, I just like, nah, man, nah. But I still stand by what I said against the YouTube critic that was messing with him. I told that motherfucker to fuck off, and he just bounced. That was like my proudest moment. Like, motherfucker just literally left because probably other people were slamming him, and I guess I was like the linchpin to that. I just don't like, like, and the thing is, that dude, he wasn't critiquing. He wasn't critiquing B.J. Roses and all these other people he was talking about. He was just using criticism to be a dick. And there's a difference between that. Because he used like, I'm a critic. No, you just using criticism to openly insult anybody. You're not really adding anything of value. You know? Something I had to learn along the way. Like, he was calling Peter as crazy. He was calling him all this, that, and third. I don't like people like that, man. Because if you're gonna critique them, sure, but don't just use it as a platform to just openly insult them. Like, no one's gonna hear this for years about Archie Sonic. Oh, I can't. Is there a bunch of Archie Sonic fans? Ooh, yes, there is. Because you know what? The thing about the YouTube critic, and he had this blogger spot, so he didn't actually have a YouTube. But I think the numbers show on both my videos and other people's videos who talk about Archie Sonic in any form, that there is still a fan base. So to that person, I still go, no one talks about it in years, huh? Well, why do we got people viewing our shit? Explain that. I just want to be like, probably YouTube critic is disowned that. The guy who was the YouTube critic, he probably disowns that shit about himself, but who knows? Who fucking knows? But if he hasn't, I'm just like, man. Kind of proves you wrong a little bit, doesn't it? That would be cool. If I could, like, if in the room I could simulate us all having, like, I could simulate myself having breakfast, and you guys are just chilling with me. I could be like, breakfast with Bugsy noname. And it could be like one of those videos where it's like, Bugsy ex-listener. But not in a love you way, it's just like, you're hanging out with me. You get cereal, I get fucking like eggs and bacon. Just stuff like that. I don't know, I want to work on something, I want to do something like that, That kind of fit with the whole like aesthetic of this. Like, I'm simulating, you all hanging out with me. It's just like, like what it feels like to hang out with Bugsy noname in the virtual space. I don't know, I'll call it something else. Something I want. That's like something I want to do. Okay. I think that's about it. Um, if I don't think there's anything else I need to say, but I think that's about it. Oh, wait a minute. Now I'm remembering. The last thing I gotta say. So, I'm gonna be doing more stuff with the Mirai universe because honestly, I got so much content that I can talk about, and I still want to do it. But I'm also gonna do that what if thing about Sally because I like that, and it's like because guys, I feel like maybe if Sally was in Sonic Forces, if only the Freedom Fighters were in there, it could be a gateway to let the other characters in. And I know like Sega doesn't want to because one of the Sega representatives say they don't want to like go back to that. And to me, I'm just like, but what if they did? Like, what if they actually did? What if they literally saw? What if they really paid attention to the SAM fans? Really read the comics and really just said, you know what? Fuck it. Let's give these fans what they fucking want. And they really did. And what if Sonic Forces was everything we wanted and more? That set different, a whole different path for Sonic. And I still think that Sonic Frontiers wouldn't have happened the same way. You know, where I think Sonic Frontiers would probably ended up if my version of Forces would have went somewhere. Instead of it being Sonic Frontiers, I think it would be Sonic Dimensions. Oh yeah. Which would set it up for my version of Sonic Adventure 3. Mm-hmm. But that's just a little preview. It also sets up this one like, and also I would have Sonic Prime, but the version I had planned for it to to freaking feed into the games a little bit more. You know, because the thing about um Sonic Prime, you could say it like fits with the freaking, you could say it fits with the with the advanced games, but Sonic hasn't fought a metal version of himself. Bullshit. Because I know that the advanced series takes place way after CD. So, okay. And the advanced series kind of takes time someplace, along with like Sonic Battle, takes someplace in between like the Sonic Adventure 2 and just the stuff before Heroes. I feel like that. So like he has seen. Now if he said I haven't seen a metal version of myself in a while, boom. And you know what? Like I'm gonna give you a little taste of um, what my Sonic Prime one's gonna be about. Instead of like the Chaos Council, nah, nah, no Mr. Deep, no Mr. Eggman, nah, none of that shit. We gonna get different versions of Eggman that have certain quadrants, and that's what we're gonna do. And if I bring in the Egg Council, nah. If I ever do bring in the Chaos Council, I'm reworking them. Fuck, because like literally, they don't really have a character. They're just kind of one note. And I'd rather be like other dimensions, like other versions of Sonic from the canon, from the other parts of from the other canons. Because as much as I like New York City and those characters, I didn't like the fact that Sonic leaving is always the reason why they're all mad at him. It's like, you left. And I'm just like, Y'all know he's not a part of this universe. For fuck's sake. Jesus. Now the pirates, they listen in the freaking pirate novels. I forgot his name. Captain Dreads or whatever. And it's just like they're listening to Dreads. And them being misled makes sense. But everybody being pissed off that Sonic left because he's not technically a part of that world. And yeah, he probably should have said goodbye, but like, there's shit going on. And you can say like, but Bugsy, Sonic was naive about 9. See, I used to think that, but now I'm thinking like maybe Sonic just like low key, he probably feels bad for 9. Because there wasn't a Sonic in his universe to help him to become the Tails we all know he could be. Because without Sonic, 9 is just a dick, egotistical, and a bunch of other shit, Like, because he was never shown that kindness, that friendship, that love that Sonic gave him. That Sonic gave Tails. And when 9 finally gets it, he doesn't know what to do with it. He's never had a friend. And I just feel like I know it's bad writing, but I would, if I was writing it, I would say that Sonic just feels bad. He wants 9 to like, naively, he wants 9 to be like Tails. But I'd write it to be like, he just feels guilty that this Tails never had a Sonic to help him. That's what I'd do. That'd be my like alternate take if I wanted to put in 9. They still will put in New York. But, And you know what? With the the jungle world, I find it weird that we have a feral Tails, and Styx is supposed to be in the main continuity now, and we couldn't just put her in. Just saying. But that's enough of my morning ramble. I'm gonna go chill out and watch some stuff. I'd watch it. I'd let you watch with me, but YouTube won't let me do that. But yeah, this is my morning ramble, and I hope you enjoyed it. Peace, everybody.